Right now, I'm about to make some beef stew for y'all right now. I got my tomatoes and onions, my seasonings, little tomato paste, tomato sauce as well you always use. And I'm going to show y'all how I get down right now. Make sure you season your meat to your likings. Excuse my little weed tray in the back. And we're going to get this going on. I'm going to show y'all what it looked like in a minute. I got olive oil in my skillet, what I'm going to fry my meat in. I'm boiling the water to break down the beef base that I put inside of to give the soup a special feel. So after I season my meat, I put it in the flour because the flour is going to give it that thick broth taste. I already got my bell pepper, onions, everything cut up. Now you got to have some paste as well as some tomato sauce as well. So I'm going to show you how to get into that in just a minute with your carrots. But the main thing is get the meat browned right now. Once you brown that meat, you're starting off onto something good. Get them frying up in there right, real nice and good. Let that flour break down so it'll give it that sauce for the pot. So when I add the potatoes and the carrots in, that'll be all mixed together before I add everything into the pot. After my stew meat gets a little brown with the flour cooked on it, I'm going to remove it from this pot and put it in the oven while I continue to cook everything else. Let me show you. In the same pot with the stew come out of with the flour, I'm going to add the onions and bell peppers. I like bell peppers in mine. A lot of people don't use bell peppers. They just use onions, but I like the flavor of bell peppers when I'm cooking in my meats. So we're going to put all that together. Always add some paste and some tomato sauce before I add the meat, and I let that simmer in. And I'm going to add the meat back to it as well. But I'm going to put it in this big pot because I'm going to cook it all slow and just let it cook real slow. Get everything, this is the meat and the tomato sauce. I'm going to get it in the big pot. I'm going to add the beef broth to it as well right now to give it that look and that feel that I want. I'm going to stir that up real good. It's beef base. You also want to have your beef stew mix, whatever kind you decide to use. I add that up in there before I put the potatoes in and the carrots. Some people put their carrots in later, but I'm going to add mine from the beginning and just let it cook for an hour on low or so, 2 hours at the most. Possibly may cook it for 45 minutes and add it over here to the slow cooker. But if you don't have a slow cooker, it's not necessarily that you have to use it. I use bigger chunks of potatoes this time. I'm going to let this sit and simmer on the stove for about 45 minutes. Then I'm going to sit it in the crock pot and just let it hang out. I might have to make a run or something, so I just leave it in the crock pot cooking real slow. Beef stew, carrots, tomatoes, potatoes. Gonna have some cornbread with it. Once they cook, you'll see it get a lot thicker. And that's how you make beef stew. I heated up everything, warmed it all up on the stove, then I slapped it in the slow cooker. I'm gonna cook it up in there for about 4 hours and just let it sit there so I ain't gotta look at it no more. Stir it up every hour or so. I'll see y'all later. I'll let you know when it's done.